What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Avengers 4 video. So if you're new to the channel, please do consider leaving a like and a subscribe down below if you did enjoy the video. So Avengers 4, we are hoping at some point we'll get a name for this damn movie, but I can't see it happening anytime soon, considering the fact that, well, Disney and Marvel are showing away from not only D23, so Marvel won't be at D23, which is the annual huge Disney Palooza festival madness, and they will not be at Hall H in San Diego Comic-Con. So, arguably two of the biggest opportunities for Disney to roll out the red carpet for its absolutely going to be breaking all the records movie, Avengers 4. We're not going to be getting any news from that, or possibly footage, for a very long ass time. But what we're going to be having here is the fact that, well, speculation is rife, and we've had a lot of interesting rumours come out about the movie quite recently. So while we won't be getting a name anytime soon, we've had a lot of hints as to who could be featuring in the movie. Now, there is an absolute plethora of characters we could explore. We could have the cosmic characters like the Living Tribunal, Eternity. Eternity was even featured in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy are going to be exploring the cosmic realm a hell of a lot more moving forward. And Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will be the end of this trilogy, which is a bit interesting considering the fact that, well, most of their kind of story has almost kind of been leading up to Infinity War with fighting Thanos. So I'm not too sure what James Gunn actually means by that, or will we get a new lineup or roster or something like that? I'm not too sure. But one of the big things which has been revealed, and kind of not revealed, but sort of very hinted and rumoured, is the fact that we could be getting the Eternals. Now, the Eternals are the race of kind of that, like, so think of Inhumans on Earth. They're like the Inhumans existed on Earth for a very long time. They were experimented on by the Kree and created. However, the Eternals predate the Inhumans. The Inhumans are celestial beings because they're created by the Celestials. So the way the Kree experimented on humans and created the Inhumans, this was pretty much the same for creating the Eternals. The Celestials, the huge, think Essos the Searcher, who was featured in a flashback in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, well, what happened there was we saw one of the Searchers, or the Celestials even, and we did actually get a good look at what the future of this could be. Now, the Eternals are absolutely massive. They're kind of a big thing, and they actually led to the creation of Titan. So on Earth, we had Titanos, which was actually destroyed by a character called Kronos. Now, Kronos is the grandfather of Thanos. The son of Kronos was actually Alaz, who was the leader of Titan and things like that. And, well, we do actually have the name Alaz mentioned in Infinity War when Thanos is referred to as son of Alaz, which is what the Stonekeeper himself, the Red Skull, actually mentioned in an absolutely whoa kind of insane sort of moment there in that movie, which I absolutely loved. So we're getting hints towards that. The Eternals comic book, the Volume 3, is being republished. Jim Starlin has also said that another creation of his will actually be featured in Avengers 4. So while many thought that to be something like the Living Tribunal or something like that, what this actually means is we're going to be getting the Eternals. And more explicitly, this will actually just feature a cameo. So if you'll remember, in Infinity War, we did have the fact this all led, the events of the movie happens because Titan was destroyed and Thanos was unable, or the people of Titan, the Eternals there, were unable to actually, and didn't want to listen to Thanos in his, or heed his warnings. So this is what happened. So if the grandfather of Titan itself gets involved, there are two avenues I think we can go down. So the first, obviously, being the fact that this could be a flashback. We could simply just flash back to Titan when it was a bustling city, planet even, and we will actually see it going around and the kind of downfall, kind of like a Krypton's last moments. So with that in mind, I think what we can do here is actually have flashbacks and learn of the origin of Titan and how this came to be within the MCU. So I really do like the way that they could go with that. I think that would be a really, really fun sort of option. I've just realised that I've just fell down on my chair. That's better. So what happened here is that could be the option. So we could actually see this moving forward with flashbacks to his grandfather. But what is curious here is the fact that Kronos has had a storied history in the life of Thanos. Now, he actually did an experiment and became one with the universe, and he does control time. So the fact that Kronos will happen here is huge, because he actually created Drax the Destroyer to go and kill Thanos. He has tried to have Thanos killed on multiple occasions. So the other option here is the fact that we do have Kronos. We will have him reach out to the Avengers, and he will go forward and try and help the Avengers to kill Thanos and kind of undo the damage that his grandson has actually done. So I do really like where that's going to go. Now, the previous one, we could explore that more in Guardians of the Galaxy, and I do prefer the idea that Kronos is helping, and he said that Thanos has been a threat and he can only intervene now because he has done what he has threatened to do for so long. So I really do like that idea. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that that is an interesting idea? Would you want to see that happen? Now, another interesting one here is that MODOK has been teased by the Avengers 4 writers. Now, I'm not going to go on a limb and say that MODOK is going to be involved here. The giant head that was involved with AIM, the ex-scientist who went through this experiment. I'm not going to say that's going to happen, but it's the sheer fact that he has actually been teased by the writers is just curious nonetheless. And this could be looking towards a very weird and wonderful phase for the next kind of where they go with Marvel, although we're not going to be getting any sorts of phases moving forward. And lastly, we've got an interesting new cast member for Ant-Man. So Michael Cerveris is going to be involved in Ant-Man, and Peyton Reed has said that we will be getting another villain in this movie, in Ant-Man and the Wasp. So this actor, if you don't know him, he was actually in Fringe, and he was most recently actually Professor Pig in Gotham, and he was amazing in that role. So what do you think? Are you excited to see who this is? Are you excited to see this character and actor in this movie, because he's going to be playing Eggman? So the Eggman was a villain of Hank Pym, someone who wanted to get the technology that Hank Pym had for so long, and the fact that Ghost is in this movie, and we're having a whole industrial espionage thing. I definitely think that that is where this is going, and the employer of Ghost is actually this Eggman dude himself. So let me know what you think in the comments on that. That is it for this video. Please drop a like, please subscribe. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.